West 11 Sports Media presents Littlefield High School Baseball on the Littlefield Sports Network. Today's live broadcast is brought to you by the following Wildcats and Lady Cats supporters: the Littlefield Independent School District, First United Bank of Littlefield, Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, Hillcrest Funeral Home, Wiley Implement and Spray Center. Also by Durable Builds, the Lance Insurance Agency, Brown Flying Service, Always Towing, Energy Fitness, and First Federal Bank Littlefield. We will go live to the ballpark right after a word from some of our Littlefield Wildcats supporters.
At Littlefield ISD, we're not just upgrading facilities, we're creating opportunities. Where students excel in dual credit courses, engage in effective vocational programs, and achieve associate's degrees upon graduation. Our staff brings real-world experience, guiding students to think critically and solve problems. Here we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student as we embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, gold star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving gold star quality. Go Cats!
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
What do dirty boots have to do with banking? Nothing unless you're one of our ag lenders. Just like farming and ranching, agribusiness requires hard work, and most banks aren't willing to get their hands or their boots dirty. Since 1907, we've been working closely with producers to keep their operations successful. Whether it's an operational loan, or a loan for land or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, and we are live tonight at Roosevelt High School as the Wildcats are getting set to take on the Roosevelt Eagles in district baseball action. The Wildcats come in tonight with a district record of 4 wins and 5 losses in district play, trying to get back into the playoff hunt. Roosevelt currently sitting in second place with 7 wins and 2 losses in district play. Roosevelt did win the first meeting between these two teams back on March the 16th by a final score of 5-3 in a close game at Littlefield High School. So the Wildcats are going to try to get some revenge. This is a much-needed victory for the Wildcats here tonight as Littlefield trying to get back into the top 4 positions. Remember, the top 4 teams out of the district do go to the Texas High School baseball playoffs. And Littlefield currently sitting right on the edge, and a big win tonight would go a long way toward clinching a playoff berth for the Wildcats. Roosevelt is a team that has struggled in past years, but their program is on the upswing, and they're looking good in district play, currently sitting in second place. Let's give you the batting order for the Wildcats. We are the visiting team batting in the top half of every inning. Batting first will be the pitcher wearing number 2, Gabriel Mata. Batting second is the center fielder wearing number 20, Anastasio Ayala. Batting third is the left fielder, number 28, Kason Villarreal. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, number 8, Jaden Kirkland. The The number 5 batter is the second baseman, number 22, Dawson Adkins. Batting 6th is the shortstop, wearing number 4, Kaiser Billingsley. Batting 7th in the order is the right fielder, wearing number 12, Tate Clark. Batting 8th in the order is the third baseman, wearing number 6, Blayton Solis. And batting 9th is the designated hitter, wearing number 18, Carlos Almonte. He's batting in the order for the first baseman, number 32, C.J. Weaver. Also on the roster tonight, number 10, Chuy Mata, number 14, Craig Jennings, number 24, Albert Velasquez, and number 26, Braden Black. And we are ready to go as Gabe Mata swings at the first pitch of the game, and that'll be a strike one. 0-1 to the batter, Gabriel Mata. Pitcher on the mound for Roosevelt is Caleb Daniel. He's wearing number 13. He's a left-handed pitcher. Out of the windup, delivers the next pitch, and that'll be hit high out into right center field, shallow. And it will fall in as the right fielder and the second baseman were both there. Neither one of them called it. And Gabriel Mata will be safe at first base, and we'll call an error on the right fielder to start things off for Roosevelt. So a runner on first for the Wildcats with an early error by Roosevelt. Here's Anastasio Ayala. Runner on first base with no outs here in the top of the first. Daniel pauses in his stance, and Ayala will call timeout. So Anastasio steps back into the batter's box. Runner on first and no outs here for Littlefield, top of the first inning. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. We've got a left-hander on the mound, so you've got to be careful over there with that left-hander. Sneaky pickoff throw to first base, but Mata gets back in safely. So here we go, Daniel. Delivers the pitch, low and outside. That'll be ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to the batter, Anastasio Ayala, with Kaysen Villarreal in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats. Littlefield dressed in their visiting maroon jerseys with white pinstripes, white pants for the Wildcats. Roosevelt in all white today. Here's the pickoff throw to first. Not in time. Mata gets back in. Five to 3 was the final score in Littlefield when these two teams played. Roosevelt won that game. Here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to the batter, Ayala. Head coach Jet Hartley down in the third base coaching box. Coach Blake Green over on the first base side. Daniel with the 2-0 delivery. Nope. We'll have a timeout called at the plate. A lot of time here between pitches. Daniel delivers the pitch, low. Ball 3, throw down to first base, not in time. So that will be ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to the batter, Anastasio Ayala. Next pitch. In there for a strike. Looked high and outside. They'll give him a strike. It's 3-1. That's not always a gimme pitch, umpire. A lot of times on 3-0, they'll open up the strike zone. That was, man, looked high and outside to me. 3-1. Pitch. Low and outside. That's ball 4. So Ayala will go to first base. Gabriel Mata goes to second. Wildcats here in the top of the first inning have runners at first and second base with no outs. And Kaysen Villarreal comes to the plate. Kaysen, the starting left fielder today for the Wildcats. He's hit in the 3 and 4 spot in the order throughout the season. First pitch here. In there for a called strike one. Gets past the catcher. Runners will go. And everybody's safe. The throw gets past the second baseman, and the Wildcats are going to send a runner home. Gabe Mata will score. Throw gets past the catcher, and that allows Ayala to go to third base. And the Wildcats take advantage of Roosevelt mistakes, and Littlefield leads this game early 1-0. So it was a passed ball that got Gabe Mata to third and Anastasio Ayala to second. And then the throwing error on the catcher sends Gabriel Mata home. And it also sends Ayala to third base. So some early mistakes here in the first inning by Roosevelt. Littlefield leads it 1-0. Kaysen Villarreal still at the plate. Kaysen with an 0-1 count. The next pitch, swing and a little fly ball out to center field. Center fielder can't get to it. Ayala's going to tag and go, and that'll be a base hit with an RBI for Kaysen Villarreal. And Littlefield jumps out early here. There's a little blooper over the second base bag by Kaysen Villarreal to drive in Ayala, and it's 2-0. Littlefield on top here in the top of the first. So here's Jaden Kirkland to the plate for the Wildcats. He's going to bunt, drives it straight to the first baseman who gloves it and steps on the bag, and that'll be out number one. Meanwhile, Villarreal takes second. Throw gets past the second baseman. Villarreal's coming home, and he'll score on another Roosevelt error. So Jaden Kirkland bunts out. It was a hard bunt. Kind of a line drive off of a bunt. Went to the first baseman. Sends Villarreal to second base, and then Kaysen comes around to score on a throwing error by the first baseman. 3-0 with one out, nobody on. Here's Dawson Adkins. First pitch to Dawson is high for ball one. 1-0 to the batter, Adkins. Daniel with the next pitch. Outside, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Wildcats lead this game early, 3-0. Two balls and no strikes to Dawson Adkins. Pitch, high, ball 3. Now it's 3-0. Daniel with the pitch outside. It's a 4-pitch walk, and Adkins will go to first base with one out. Littlefield has a runner on first, and Kaiser Billingsley coming to the plate. Billingsley, the number 6 batter in the order, playing shortstop today. Good start so far here by the Wildcats, taking advantage of some early Roosevelt mistakes. First pitch to Billingsley. That's in there for a called strike one. 0-1. Tate Clark is in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats. Daniel Out of the stretch, delivers the 0-1. It's going to be a bunt coming back to the pitcher. Daniel gloves it, checks 2, goes 1. And Kaiser Billingsley will be out at first base. But it does advance Dawson Adkins to second. So now with 2 outs, Littlefield has a runner on second base and Tate Clark coming to the plate. Clark wearing number 12. He'll be the right fielder today for the Wildcats. I'll give you all of the fielding positions between the top and bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Clark. Swing and a foul ball. To the backstop, strike 1. 0-1 to the batter, Clark. Tate steps back in. Daniel checks a runner at second. Dawson Adkins with a nice lead off the bag at second base. That pitch is high. Catcher fakes a throw to second base, but holds up on the throw as Adkins tags up. It's now 1-1 to Clark. Daniel with the 1-1 pitch. Outside, runner's going to go. Adkins slides into third base safely. So Adkins will steal third. Back of the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Should Clark get on base with 2 outs, Blayton Solis would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Swing and a ground ball back to the pitcher. Gets past him. It's in no man's land around second base. They can't get to it, and Clark will be safe at first. But more importantly, Dawson Adkins comes in to score. That was a ground ball right back to the pitcher, but Caleb Daniel knocked it down, and then it kind of slow rolled over to the second baseman, Noah Garcia, who couldn't get to it. And we will credit Tate Clark with a base hit, an infield base hit. 4-0 Wildcats. And now the number 8 batter for the Wildcats comes to the plate. This is Blayton Solis with a runner on first and 2 outs. First pitch to Solis. Holds up on a high one, but they're going to ring him up for strike 1. Wow. Littlefield fans don't agree. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Nope. We'll see a pickoff throw to first, not in time. Tate Clark gets back in safely. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, it's going to come in and hit him. Blayton Solis hit by a pitch will go to first base, and that will send Tate Clark to second base. And with 2 outs, the Wildcats now have runners at first and second, leading this game 4-0. So here comes a designated hitter. Carlos Almanci comes to the plate. Almanci, the number 9 batter in the order. He's hitting for the first baseman, C.J. Weaver. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Almanci will call time. Caleb Daniel, the Roosevelt pitcher, likes to take some time between pitches. So everyone will reset. Daniel, first pitch to Almanci is a bunt foul down the third baseline. The foul, it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Blayton Solis is at first, Tate Clark at second. The Wildcats have already brought 4 runs across the plate here in the top of the first. This is the number 9 batter in the order for the Wildcats. It's been a great start to jump out early here against Roosevelt. The 0-1 in there for a called strike 2, and now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Almonte. Daniel with the next pitch. Swing and a ground ball, foul. Count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Almonte. Should he get on base with 2 outs, Gabriel Mata would come back to the plate for the second time in this inning. Here's the 0-2. High, ball 1. Throw down to second base, not in time as Clark gets back in safely. Blayton Solis is at first. Tate Clark at second. Carlos Almonte at the plate. Here's Daniel with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Almonte goes down swinging, but not before the Wildcats bring 4 runs across on the top of the first. We're headed to the bottom of inning number 1 with your score. Littlefield 4, Roosevelt 0. We'll be back.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available. For auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more, go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hit a home run and open a free checking account at First Federal Bank, Lamb County's hometown bank. No monthly maintenance fees, free bank statements, free checking account servicing, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile deposit, and free smiles when you bank at First Federal Bank in Littlefield. Remember to choose the Wildcat debit card, and by doing so, First Federal Bank will contribute a small donation to LISD. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchtone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West here at Roosevelt High School in Acuff, Texas, where the Wildcats lead this game by a score of 1-0. Headed into the bottom half of inning number 1. Let's give you the fielding positions for the Wildcats. Getting the start on the mound is the right-hander wearing number 2, Gabriel Mata. Behind the plate, number 8, Jaden Kirkland. The first baseman is number 32, C.J. Weaver. The second baseman, number 22, Dawson Adkins. The shortstop is number 4, Kaiser Billingsley. And the third baseman, number 6, Blayton Solis. Out in the outfield for the Wildcats in left is number 28, Kason Villarreal. In center field, number 20, Anastasio Ayala. And in right field, number 12, Tate Clark. So Gabriel Mata gets the start for the Wildcats, and he'll face Caleb Daniel, left-handed batter, steps to the plate. First pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to the batter, Daniel. Next pitch, swing and a foul ball back to the backstop. That will be strike 1. 1-1 to the batter, Daniel, who's the Roosevelt pitcher today. Mata with a 1-1 pitch. Holds up on a high one. They'll say did not come around. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Littlefield scored 4 runs in the top of the first inning, and we lead the game 4-0. Off-speed pitch misses low for ball 3. So now 3-1 to the leadoff batter. Littlefield has already scored more runs than we did in the entire game the first time we played Roosevelt. It was a 5-3 loss by the Wildcats. As that pitch comes in for a called strike, it's now full. 3-2. Mata with a payoff pitch. Fouled off down the third base line. Count remains full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to the first batter of the bottom of the first. This game is scheduled for 7 innings. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3. Daniel goes down swinging for out number 1, and that's the first strikeout of the game for the Wildcats pitcher, Gabriel Mata. That'll bring Ryan Bradshaw to the plate now for Roosevelt. This game was scheduled for Saturday. They moved it to Thursday due to a chance of rain, a big chance of rain in the forecast on Saturday. We have beautiful conditions right now as Bradshaw swings at the first pitch for strike 1. 80 degrees outside, partly cloudy skies. We have winds out of the south at 21 miles per hour, so it is breezy. Next pitch comes in for a strike, and it's 0-2. The American flag in dead center field is blowing stiff with that south wind at 21. Here's the 0-2. Foul ball back to the backstop. Count remains 0-2. All natural playing surface here at Roosevelt. 370 feet to the elevated wall to dead center field. 310 feet down each baseline. As the next pitch was in there for ball 1, it's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into the gap in right center field. It gets down. Tate Clark is there to get it back in for a single. And that will be a 1-out single for Ryan Bradshaw. He'll be at first base. Cameron Vasquez comes to the plate. Vasquez, the number 3 batter in the order for Roosevelt. Wildcats lead the game here 4-0, bottom of the first. He shows bunt. And Mata will step off the rubber and everyone will reset. Gabriel Mata on the mound. Jaden Kirkland behind the plate. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. C.J. Weaver, the first baseman. Dawson Adkins, the second baseman. Kaiser Billingsley, the shortstop. And Blayton Solis at third base. Kason Villarreal out in left, Anastasio Ayala in center, and Tate Clark in right. Those are your 9 starters. Swing and a miss for strike 1 on the first pitch here to Vasquez, but Bradshaw will steal second base. So that puts a runner on second with 1 out. Pickoff throw to second. Oh, my goodness, it was close. Bradshaw got back in safely. Heck of a move there by Gabriel Mata. Dawson Adkins was there for the tag, but man, Bradshaw must have gotten in under the tag. It was a close play at second base there on the pickoff. Back of the plate, 0-1. Pitch in there for a called strike 2, and now it's 0-2. Mata ahead of the count here to Cameron Vasquez. Gabe pitching out of the stretch. Puts one high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1-2. Next pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Vasquez goes down swinging for out number 2. The runner Bradshaw held up at second base. And that's 2 strikeouts here in the first inning for Gabriel Mata, the Wildcats pitcher. This is Everett Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the cleanup hitter for the Eagles. Pickoff throw to second base. Gets past Adkins and rolls out into center field. That will allow Bradshaw to go to third base. And the botched pickoff move by Gabriel Mata allows Roosevelt a runner on third now. So with 2 outs, runner on third, back at the plate, Everett Rodriguez takes the first pitch a little outside for ball 1 on a fastball. 1-0. Next pitch, a little inside for ball 2. Now 2 balls, no strikes, 2-0. Gabe out of the windup delivers a 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Now it's 2-1. Everett Rodriguez, a cleanup hitter. Next pitch, a little high, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. We've got 2 outs with a runner on third. Wildcats on top 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. 3-1 pitch, swing, and a foul tip for strike 2 as he fouls it straight back. Three and 2, full count with 2 outs here. Payoff pitch, low, ball 4. And that will put a runner on first and third. Runners on the corners now for Roosevelt. Rodriguez draws the walk. Bradshaw, the runner at third, and that will bring Jaden Zuniga to the plate. Zuniga is the left fielder. Number 5 batter in the order for the Eagles. Both of these teams are maroon and white. Roosevelt dressed in all white. Littlefield maroon tops and white pants. Out of the stretch, Mata delivers the pitch. It's fouled off to the backstop, and that'll be strike 1 on the foul ball. 0-1 to the batter, Zuniga. Littlefield brought 4 runs across the plate in the first inning on a couple of Roosevelt errors. And Gabe will step off the rubber and everybody will reset. Next pitch is going to be a grounder hit out to second base. Adkins gloves it, throws to first in time for out number 3. And that will retire the side as Roosevelt puts 2 on but can't bring any across. And we are headed to the top of the second with your score. Littlefield 4, Roosevelt 0 will be.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit DurableBuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West as we move to the top half of inning number 2. The Wildcats lead this game by a score of 4-0. And it'll be the top of the order coming up for the Wildcats. Gabriel Mata, followed by Anastasio Ayala and Kaysen Villarreal in the batting order. Caleb Daniel remains on the mound for Roosevelt. He threw 27 pitches in the first inning. And the first pitch here to Gabe is going to be popped up. Foul territory next to the backstop, and it'll be out of play. The foul ball, that'll be strike 1 to Mata. Cameron Vasquez, the catcher. Uriel Rivera, the first baseman. Noah Garcia, the second baseman. Ryan Bradshaw, the shortstop. And Gavin Gonzalez, the third baseman. Jaden Zuniga out in left, Everett Rodriguez in center, and Espiri Beltran out in right field for Roosevelt. Next pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Gabriel Mata. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error in his first at-bat. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one comes in for a strike, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to the batter, Gabriel Mata. Daniel gets the call from his catcher. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul ball back to the backstop. Count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Daniel likes to take time between pitches. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Hit out to the shortstop. Bradshaw gloves it, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 1. As Gabriel Mata grounds out to the shortstop on the 6-3 putout. That'll be 1 away with nobody on for the Wildcats. That brings the Wildcats center fielder Anastasio Ayala to the plate. Ayala walked his last time up. Steps up here with 1 out, nobody on. Pitch. High, ball 1. 1-0 to Ayala. Kaysen Villarreal in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats. Next pitch is a bit of a wild pitch. That'll be ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Ayala. Daniel delivers a 2-0 pitch. High and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to the batter. Wildcats lead this game 4-0 here in the top of the second. 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike, and now it's 3-1. Anastasio Ayala with a hitter's count. 3-1 the pitch. High and outside for ball 4, so Ayala draws the walk, and he'll go to first base. 1 away with a runner on first for the Wildcats, and here comes the left fielder, Kaysen Villarreal. Kaysen is 1 for 1 with a single. Kaysen steps up to the plate. Here's the first pitch to Villarreal. It's in there for a called strike 1 on a fastball. 0-1. Villarreal at the plate. Jaden Kirkland on deck for the Wildcats. Timeout called at the plate. As we mentioned, this game was scheduled for Saturday at noon, but with a big chance of rain in the forecast, it was moved to Thursday. So here we are. Daniel with the, well, again, Villarreal calls time. Caleb Daniel, the Roosevelt pitcher, takes a lot of time between pitches. So here's the 0-1, high, ball 2. Correction, ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball back to the pitcher. Daniel knocks it down. It rolls out to the shortstop, but everybody's safe, and Villarreal will be safe at first. With an infield single, it advances Ayala to second base. So with one away, the Wildcats have runners at first and second base, with Jaden Kirkland coming to the plate. Kirkland is 0 for 1. He bunted out to the first baseman his first time up to move a runner over. Kirkland, the cleanup hitter, shows bunt. And Daniel will come off the back of the mound as the runners tag up. We have one out here with runners at first and second. Daniel freezes in his stance, and again, a Wildcat batter will call timeout. I'm telling you, this kid, he's not in any hurry to throw a pitch. So here we go. The first pitch to Kirkland is high for ball 1. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to the batter, Jaden Kirkland. Dawson Atkins on deck. And Daniel will come off the back of the mound. Runners tag up. One and 0 to Kirkland. Pitch, swing and a miss at strike 1. The count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Kirkland. And now we'll see a visit to the pitcher's mound by the catcher. Roosevelt sitting in second place in district play. They're 7-2. Their only 2 losses. They lost to Muleshoe 5-3 in their first meeting. And then they lost to Shallowater 17-3. Roosevelt did get revenge on Muleshoe, beating the Mules 10-9 in their next matchup. Remember, you play everybody twice in district, home and away. Roosevelt beat Littlefield 5-3 in Littlefield in the first meeting. Wildcats trying to get some revenge here. So it's 1-1 with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Sometimes you'll see pitchers try to push the pace on the batter and just like they're ready to go as soon as the batter steps into the box. Daniel's the opposite. He wants to make you wait. That pitch is in there for a called strike 2, and now it's 2-2. Catcher throws down to second base, but Ayala will get back in safely. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners at first and second base for Littlefield. Here's Daniel with a 2-2 pitch to Kirkland. And he's going to hit this one out into left field. Left fielder makes the catch. And everybody will tag up as Jaden Kirkland got a good piece of it, but just hit it directly to the left fielder. So 2 outs now with runners at first and second, and Dawson Adkins comes to the plate. Dawson walked his last time up. Comes up here with 2 outs and 2 on. Number 5 batter in the order. Pickoff throw to first, not in time as Villarreal gets back in safely. So here's the first pitch to Adkins. Comes in and hits him. Dawson Adkins hit by a pitch is going to load the bases for the Wildcats. That's the second Littlefield batter that's been hit by a pitch today. We're just in the second inning. But we have Dawson Adkins at first, Kaysen Villarreal at second, Anastasio Ayala at third, and here comes Kaiser Billingsley. The sacks are jammed for the Wildcats with 2 outs here. Billingsley bunted out in his first at-bat here tonight. So Kaiser steps into the box with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Daniel. High and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 to Billingsley. Should he get on base with 2 outs, Tate Clark would be the next batter up. The 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. Throw down to third base is in time as Ayala gets caught off the bag at third base. Anastasio Ayala tagged out as he is gunned down by the catcher to retire the side. So Littlefield puts 2 runners on, but can't bring any, 3 runners on, but can't bring any across. And we are headed to the bottom of inning number 2 with your score. Littlefield 4, Roosevelt 0 will be.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center. With affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts, Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit energyfitnesslfd.com for more information.
Needing a tow can ruin your day. Whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, where the Wildcats lead this game by a score of 4-0, headed into the bottom half of inning number 2. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters coming up in the order for Roosevelt to face the Wildcats right-hander Gabriel Mata. This is Gavin Gonzalez coming to the plate for Roosevelt. Gonzalez with his first at-bat of the day, right-handed batter, steps into the box. First pitch is going to be a grounder out to second base. Adkins gloves it, throws to Weaver at first, and that's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second, Wildcats lead at 4-0. We scored 4 runs in the first inning. Yurio Rivera comes to the plate now. Rivero steps into the box. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. 1-0. Mata with the next pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Over the backstop and out of play. That will be strike 1. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to the batter, Rivero. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2, and now it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch. In there for a called strike 3. Rivero goes down looking for out number 2, and that's another strikeout for the Wildcats pitcher, Gabriel Mata. 2 outs, nobody on for Roosevelt, and here comes Noah Garcia, the number 8 batter in the order for the Eagles. Garcia, the right-handed batter, swings at the first pitch for a foul ball off the catcher's gear. Strike 1 on the foul. Everybody playing straight away for the Wildcats. Ayala, the center fielder, playing pretty shallow. Here's the 0-1. Swing and another foul ball over the first base visitor's dugout. Strike 2 on the foul. So now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2 pitch, low and away, ball 1. It's now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, Garcia. Here's the pitch. A little high, ball 2. Count goes even at 2-2. Mata has thrown 33 pitches so far in the game. We're just in the bottom of the second inning. Off-speed pitch comes in for a called strike 3 as Garcia goes down looking and Roosevelt goes down in order in the bottom of the second. We're headed to the top of the third. Wildcats coming to the plate, leading 4-0. We'll be.
It's not about the halls you walk through. It's not about the walls that surrounded you. What lasts is the growth, the connection, memories, and traditions that shape who you become. Here we aren't just building facilities, we're building futures, where modern tools meet timeless values, resilience, integrity, and community. Because what matters most isn't what's new, it's what endures.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, gold star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work.
Your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as Kaiser Billingsley comes to the plate for the Wildcats. Takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. The Wildcats lead this game 4-0 here in the top of the third. Kaiser swings at the next pitch for strike 1, and now it's 1-1. We've been playing almost an hour. We're just in the top of the third. Daniel remains on the mound for Roosevelt. He's thrown 50 pitches in the game. That pitch clips the outside corner for a called strike 2, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 2. The count goes 2-2. Tate Clark and Blayton Solis are up in the order for the Wildcats. Kaiser Billingsley at the plate. Here's the 2-2. High and outside, ball 3. Now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the batter Billingsley, the Wildcats shortstop. Here's Daniel with a payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk for Kaiser Billingsley. He'll go to first base, and Tate Clark comes to the plate. Clark is 1 for 1 with a single today. Here's Daniel. First pitch to Clark. High, ball 1. 1-0 to the batter, 1-0. Wildcats scored 4 runs in the first inning, and then it was a scoreless second inning. Here in the top of the third, we lead it 4-0. Tate showing bunt. Pitch. High. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Clark gets the call from his head coach, Jet Hartley, down the third baseline. Two-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 1. 2-1 now, 2-1. Beautiful night for baseball here in Acuff, Texas. 2-1 pitch. He's going to pop up a bunt. Third baseman fields it, throws to first, and it's in time. Billingsley going to second base, will be safe. The third baseman, Gonzalez, came up to field the bunt. Nobody covered the bag at third, and that allowed Billingsley 2 bases on a sacrifice bunt by Tate Clark. So the Wildcats are able to take advantage of a Roosevelt mistake here. Third baseman Gonzalez came up to field the bunt, but there was nobody at the bag at third base, and so Billingsley was able to take 2 bases. So now it's 1 out with a runner on third, and here's Solis. Solis lays down a bunt. Coming back to the third baseman, he bobbles it, and he can't field it, and Blayton Solis will be safe at first, and the Wildcats with a little small ball here having success. That will put runners on the corners for the Wildcats. That brings Carlos Almanci to the plate. Almanci is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Runners on the corners here with 1 out. First pitch is a bunt. He pops it up, and it's dropped. The pitcher and the third baseman both tried to make a play on it, and the Wildcats bring a run in. Daniel and Gonzalez, the pitcher and third baseman, both converged on it, and now Littlefield's going to take third base. Blayton Solis goes to third, and Roosevelt just sleeping. And the Wildcats are taking advantage here. And we're going to call that an error on the pop-up bunt. And that makes your score 5-0 Wildcats. And we go back to the top of the order now. Gabriel Mata comes to the plate with runners at first and third and 1 out. First pitch to Mata. He shows bunt. It's in there for a strike as he pulls it back. 0-1 to the batter, Gabriel Mata. Gabe is 0 for 2, reached on an error and then grounded out. Carlos Almanci at first, Blayton Solis at third, Gabriel Mata at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul ball. Over the backstop and out of play. That'll be strike 2. Almanci was on the move, trying to get to second base. Roosevelt has made a lot of mistakes in the field here early in this game. Wildcats have taken advantage. Here's the 0-2. Swing and another foul ball. Out of play. Count remains 0-2. Gabriel Mata at the plate. Anastasio Ayala on deck. Wildcats with runners on the corners. 0-2 at the plate. 1 out. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Almanci gets back in. Caleb Daniel, the starting Roosevelt pitcher, has thrown 63 pitches in the game so far. The 0-2 here, swing and a miss for strike 3. Gabriel Mata goes down swinging for out number 2. So 2 outs and runners on the corners, and here comes Ayala. He has walked twice. This is his 3rd trip to the plate. Earned a base on balls his first 2 at-bats. First pitch here to Ayala. Catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. 0-1 to the batter. Daniel with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 2. Now it's 0-2. Ayala down in the count, 0-2 here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3. Ayala goes down swinging for out number 3. So the Wildcats put 2 on, but can't bring any across. And we are headed to the bottom of inning number 3 with the Wildcats on top, 4-0. Correction, 5-0. We did bring 1 across the plate in the 3rd inning. Littlefield on top.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Since 1964, Wiley & Son Incorporated has been family-owned. Founded by Loy Wiley and then passed on to his son, Scott Wiley. Today, Wiley is turning the page to a new chapter. Wiley is now employee-owned. Our employee owners now move forward to build on the culture, values, and customer commitment that the Wiley family built. As in the past and in the future, we will work hard for your business and even harder to keep it.
Welcome back into the bottom half of inning number 3, where the Wildcats lead this game by a score of 5-0. Gabriel Mata comes back out onto the mound for the Wildcats. He has thrown a total of 34 pitches through 2 innings of work. Jaden Kirkland behind the plate, C.J. Weaver at first, Dawson Adkins at second, Kaiser Billingsley the shortstop, and Blayton Solis at third. Kaysen Villarreal out in left, Anastasio Ayala in center field, and Tate Clark out in right. So the number 9 batter in the order for Roosevelt will come to the plate. This is his first at-bat of the game, Darren Fay. Right-handed batter will step up. We've been playing for 1 hour. And we're just in the bottom of the third. First pitch here is fouled off, down in the dirt. Strike one on the foul. 0-1 to the batter, Darren Fay. Mata with the 0-1 pitch, low, ball one. Roosevelt currently sitting in second place in the district standings with only 2 district losses. This would be a big win for the Wildcats if we can hang on to this 5-0 lead. As that pitch was outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Mata with a 2-1 pitch, low and outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike, 3-1. Here's Mata with a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit out to second base. Adkins gloves it, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 1. A nice play there by Dawson Adkins. That thing was smoked out to second base. And it's 1 away with nobody on. And we go back to the top of the order now for Roosevelt, and Caleb Daniel comes to the plate. Daniel is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. First pitch to Daniel. High, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, 1-0. Next pitch. In there for a called strike 1, and now the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on for Roosevelt. Pitch. It's going to be a ground ball hit out to the shortstop. Billingsley gloves it, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 2. A heck of a play by the first baseman, C.J. Weaver. The throw is a little short. Weaver in the split scoops it out of the dirt, and it's 2 away. 2 outs and nobody on for Roosevelt after 2 ground outs. And now we have Ryan Bradshaw coming to the plate. He's the Roosevelt shortstop. Right-handed batter is 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch is a curveball that comes in for a called strike 1. 0-1 to the batter Bradshaw. Next pitch. Outside corner, called strike 2, and just like that, Gabe Mata ahead in the count, 0-2. Wind up the pitch, swing and a foul ball to the backstop. Count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on for the Eagles. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3. Bradshaw goes down swinging for out number 3. That will retire the side, and we are headed to the 4th inning with your score. Littlefield 5, Roosevelt 0. We'll be back.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hit a grand slam by listening to Wildcat Baseball on West 11 Sports and banking with First Federal Bank in Littlefield. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank specializes in helping you. Who doesn't want to save some money? Planning a family vacation and need a little money to help? Need to refinance your current loan and get a lower payment? Need help with that summer home remodeling project? Don't wait until the 7th inning stretch. Keep your seat and apply online right now at firstfedlfd.com from your smartphone, tablet, or desktop. We would love to hear from you. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchtone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West as the Wildcats come back to the plate. To start the top of the 4th inning, it'll be Kaysen Villarreal at the plate, followed by Jaden Kirkland and Dawson Adkins. Kaysen swings at the first pitch here. He'll pop it up foul territory. And it will be a foul ball. It was caught by the catcher, but I believe it may have hit the backstop and come back to him. Good call by the umpire there. It'll be foul ball, strike one. 0-1 to the batter, Villarreal. Caleb Daniel remains on the mound for Roosevelt. Next pitch is going to be hit out into left field. It gets through for a base hit. And Caleb will be safe at first with a leadoff single for the Wildcats as he roped one past the third baseman. And that will put a runner on first with no outs, and Jaden Kirkland comes to the plate. Kirkland is 0 for 2 with a bunt out and a fly out. First pitch to Kirkland is a bunt foul. On the foul ball, that'll be strike one. 0-1 to the batter, Jaden Kirkland, the Wildcats catcher. Next pitch is going to be a bunt coming back to the pitcher. Daniel gloves it, throws to first, and it's in time for out number one. As Jaden Kirkland bunts out, it does advance the runner, Kaysen Villarreal, over to second base. So now with one out, the Wildcats have a runner on second. And Dawson Adkins comes to the plate. Adkins walked in his first at-bat and then was hit by a pitch. His second time up. So Dawson has been on base twice in 2 at-bats. Squares up to bunt here. Pitch. Lays down a bunt, coming back to the pitcher. Fielded. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. But it will advance Villarreal to third base. So now with a runner on third and 2 outs, Kaiser Billingsley comes to the plate. Billingsley is 0 for 1. He bunted out and then walked in his last at-bat. First pitch to Kaiser. Swing and a foul ball down the right field line and out of play. 0-1 to the batter, Billingsley. Should he get on base with 2 outs, Tate Clark would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. Kaiser Billingsley, the Wildcat shortstop at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Swing and another foul ball down the right field line, and that one is out of play as well. So that's strike 2. It's 0-2 to the batter Billingsley with 2 outs and a runner on third. It's Kaysen Villarreal at third base. Wildcats scored 4 runs in the first inning, 1 run in the third. And we lead it 5-0 here. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and another foul ball over the backstop and out of play. So Kaiser staying alive here. It's 0-2 after 3 foul balls. Here's the 0-2. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. Daniel with the 1-2 pitch. High, ball 2, and now the count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt. Ball 3. They throw to third base. Villarreal's coming home, and he'll be tagged out. Yep. Coach Hartley sent Caleb Villarreal from third base to try to score. They throw down to third to Gonzalez, the third baseman, back to Vasquez, the catcher, who makes the tag, and that will be out number 3. So the Wildcats can't get anything across the plate in the top of the 4th. We're headed to the bottom of inning number 4 with your score. Littlefield 5, Roosevelt 0 will be.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, where the Wildcats lead this game 5-0 over the Roosevelt Eagles on the road here. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 batters coming up for Roosevelt. Gabriel Mata remains on the mound. The first pitch here is going to be a base hit out into the gap in left center field. It's rolling back to the wall. This is Cameron Vasquez, and Vasquez will be standing up at second base, and that is a leadoff double as he flies one out into the gap in left center field. Roosevelt has a runner on second base with no outs here. That will bring Everett Rodriguez to the plate, but not before we see a courtesy runner coming in. And this will be number 7, Ricky Perez. So Ricky Perez running at second base now for Roosevelt with no outs and a runner on second. Everett Rodriguez will come to the plate. Rodriguez steps into the batter's box. He walked his first time up. This is his second at bat. Swings at the first pitch here for strike 1. 0-1 to the batter, Rodriguez. Wildcats scored 4 runs in the first and 1 run in the third. We lead it 5-0. Timeout called at the plate as Mata gets ready to throw the pitch. He fires it away anyway. The pitch won't count. So here's the 0-1. And that'll be hit high out into right field. Tate Clark coming up on it. Can't make the catch. It drops in. And that'll put runners on the corners. And now they're coming home. Throw comes home. And Kirkland is there to make the tag. They got him. Roosevelt tried to get a little greedy there and get a run across. And a great throw from Dawson Adkins. It was a fly out to right center field. Tate Clark went down to the ground to try to make the catch on a short fly ball. Couldn't get to it. Adkins was there to back him up, picks it up and throws a runner out at home. So that'll be a base hit. For Everett Rodriguez, but one out, runner on first. Here's Zuniga. Heck of a play by Adkins. And this one's going to be fouled down the right field line and out of play. Strike one on the foul ball. So it's 0-1 to Jaden Zuniga. Zuniga is 0 for 1 with a ground out today. That pitch is outside for ball one. Throw down to first is not in time. Rodriguez gets back in safely for Roosevelt. C.J. Weaver there at first base for the Wildcats. Mata with a 1-1. Swing and a ground ball hit out to the shortstop. Billingsley, oh, it rolls under his glove and out into left field. And Kaiser Billingsley on a routine play just didn't get his glove down and it went right between his legs. And Jaden Zuniga will be safe at first with an error. E6 on the Wildcat shortstop. And that puts runners on the corners. Zuniga at first, Rodriguez at third, and here comes Gavin Gonzalez, the third baseman for the Eagles. One away with runners on the corners. That was a potential double play ball there. It resulted in a Littlefield error. And now Mata fakes to third, throws to first, but it's not in time. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Had a ground out to the second baseman his last time up. So here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball for strike one. Nasty curve there from Gabe Mata. 0-1. Mata checks the runners. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. High. Kirkland throws down to first. Not in time. Back at the plate, count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on the corners for the Eagles. One pitch comes in and hits him. And Gonzalez, hit by a pitch, will take first base, and that will load the bases now for Roosevelt. Gonzalez goes to first. Zuniga to second. Rodriguez is still at third, and here comes Coach Hartley. Coach Hartley is going to talk with his infield here on the pitcher's mound. Roosevelt has the bases loaded here. Wildcats lead at 5-0. Eagles have already had a runner thrown out at home here in the inning. This is the biggest threat that Littlefield has seen so far for Roosevelt offensively. Bottom of the fourth, bases loaded, 1 out. Coach Hartley will head back to the dugout. And here we go. So Uriel Rivero comes to the plate now. Rivero is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Mata gets a call from his catcher, Kirkland. First pitch here is a curveball that comes in for a called strike one. 0-1 to the batter, Rivero. The 0-1 pitch, low and outside, ball one. Good effort there by Jaden Kirkland to keep it out in front of him. That was low, away, and in the dirt. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul ball to the backstop. That's strike two. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into the gap in right center field. It gets down for a base hit. 1 run will score as a throw comes in. 2 runs will score. And that is a 2 RBI single for Uriel Rivero. And Roosevelt is on the board. It's 5-2, Littlefield on top. With 1 away, there's runners at first and second base, and Roosevelt gets the goose egg off the board. 5-2 Littlefield. So that'll bring Noah Garcia to the plate. Garcia is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. He comes up with 1 out, runners at first and second for the Eagles. The first pitch here misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch out of the stretch from Mata. Before we see it, we'll have a timeout at the plate. So Garcia steps back in. Gabe keeping a close eye on that runner at second base. Now another timeout called by the batter. So Garcia steps back in. Let's see if he calls timeout here. Mata comes set. Pickoff throw to second base. Not in time. Good throw. Adkins was there with a tag, but the base runner slid in under the tag. Back of the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. Pitch, a little high for ball 2. Now 2 balls, no strikes, 2-0. Noah Garcia at the plate. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Runner gets back in safely. Mata gets a call from his catcher, Jaden Kirkland. Delivers the pitch inside for ball 3. Now it's 3 balls and no strikes, 3-0. Gabriel Mata, 62 pitches into this game. Needs a strike here. 3-0. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. Kirkland throws to first. Not in time as the runner gets back in. But it's 3-1 now. 3 balls and 1 strike to the batter, Garcia. Pitch, swing and a miss at strike 2. Noah Garcia now with a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes after starting this at bat 3-0. Gabe Mata has battled back. Now it's a full count, 3-2. Bases, runners at first and second base with one out. Pitch, low, ball 4. So that'll load the bases now for Roosevelt with one out. And Darren Fay will come back to the plate for Roosevelt. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out today. Bases loaded, one away. Gabe needs a strikeout. First pitch is in there low. Ball 1. 1-0 to the batter, Darren Fay. There's Mata out of the windup. Next pitch, swing and a pop-up foul over the backstop and out of play. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike to the batter. Next pitch, swing and a miss at strike 2. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. He went chasing one outside, and now it's 1-2 with one out. Bases loaded for Roosevelt here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 pitch, way outside, ball 2. Count goes even at 2-2. Catcher Kirkland throws down at third base, but the runner gets back in safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded here for Roosevelt. The wind up and the 2-2 pitch. Low and outside, gets past the catcher. Runners are going to move. And a run will score on a wild pitch. And that'll make it 5-3, Littlefield on top. Gavin Gonzalez comes in to score on the wild pitch. Runner from second goes to third. Runner from first goes to second. So now it's a 2-run game. Littlefield on top, 5-3. Back of the plate, 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2. To the number 9 batter in the order for Roosevelt. Payoff pitch is going to be a grounder hit out to second base. Adkins gloves it, goes to first. It's in time, but another run will score, and we have a 1-run game. C.J. Weaver makes the play at first base on the throw from Dawson Adkins, but it's now 5-4. Littlefield on top. 4 runs have come across for Roosevelt here in the bottom of the inning. We go back to the top of the order now. 2 outs and a runner on third. The tying run is on third for Roosevelt. This is Caleb Daniel. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, 1-0. Next pitch. In there for a called strike 1. Now the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on third. Next pitch, swing and a foul ball to the backstop, strike 2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to the batter, Caleb Daniel, left-handed batter at the plate for Roosevelt. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3. Daniel goes down swinging for out number 3, but not before Roosevelt brings 4 runs across the plate. And the Wildcats lead by 1, 5-4. After 4 complete,
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center. With affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts, Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit energyfitnesslfd.com for more information.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. As we move to the top half of inning number 5, we have the 6, 7, and 8 batters coming up in the order for the Wildcats. It'll be Kaiser Billingsley, followed by Tate Clark and Blayton Solis in the batting order. Caleb Daniel remains on the mound for Roosevelt. He has thrown a total of 78 pitches in the game today. The Wildcats lead this game by a score of 5-4, moving into the top of the 5th. Billingsley was at the plate when Kaysen Villarreal got thrown out at home for out number 3 in the top of the 4th. So Billingsley will come back to the plate. First pitch here is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, 1-0. Here's the next pitch. That's high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 1. Count goes 2-1. Wildcats started the game hot. Built some momentum early, took advantage of Roosevelt mistakes, but now Roosevelt has battled back. And Billingsley's going to hit this one down the right field line. It's in foul territory and out of play. Roosevelt kind of has the momentum right now. I'd like to take that away here in the top of the 5th. Get some runs across. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Kaiser Billingsley. So here's the 2-2 pitch from Daniel. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Kaiser goes down swinging. That's out number 1. 1 away, nobody on for the Wildcats, and here comes Tate Clark. Clark is 1 for 2 with a single and then a bunt out, a sacrifice bunt to move the runners in his last at-bat. Clark, the right fielder, takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul ball to the backstop, strike 1, and the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Clark. Here's Daniel with the 1-1 pitch. Way outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Wildcats scored 4 runs in the first, 1 run in the third. Roosevelt scored 4 runs in the fourth. Littlefield leads 5-4. Here's another foul ball. Out of play, strike 2. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and nobody on for Littlefield here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Clark. Swing and a fly ball out into right field. And it gets down for a base hit. The right fielder, Beltran, stopped it, but it skipped into his glove off the grass. And Tate Clark will be safe at first with a single to right. A shallow fly ball. That puts a runner on first with 1 out. Blayton Solis now coming to the plate. Solis was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and then bunted safely his last time up. This is the 3rd at-bat of the game for Solis, the Wildcats' 3rd baseman. So here's the first pitch to Solis. Swing and a miss at strike 1. Throw down to first, not in time as Clark gets back in safely. 0-1 to the batter, Solis. Carlos Almanci is in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball down the middle for a called strike 2. Now it's 0-2. Here's the pitch to Solis. Swing and a pop-up foul over the backstop. The foul ball, count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Solis. Next pitch, swing and a miss at strike 3 as Blayton Solis goes down swinging for out number 2. 2 outs now with a runner on first, and here comes Carlos Almanci, the designated hitter, batting in the order for C.J. Weaver, the first baseman. Almanci, the number 9 batter, is 0 for 2. Struck out in his first at-bat, then reached on an error his second time up. So here's the first pitch to Almanci. That'll be fouled off to the backstop, strike 1. 0-1 to the batter. Daniel with a pickoff throw to first, not in time as Clark gets back in safely. The Wildcats have a runner on first base with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Littlefield on top, 5-4. There's a pitch. He misses on an attempted bunt, and that will be strike 2. So now it's 0-2. Should Almanci get on base with 2 outs, Gabriel Mata would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High. Ball 1. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Daniel with a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets past the catcher. Almanci's going to third base. The throw is in time for out number 3. The Wildcats put one on but can't bring any across in the top of the 5th. We're headed to the bottom of inning number 5 with your score, Littlefield 5, Roosevelt 4. We'll be back.
At Littlefield ISD, we're not just upgrading facilities, we're creating opportunities. Where students excel in dual credit courses, engage in effective vocational programs, and achieve associate's degrees upon graduation. Our staff brings real-world experience, guiding students to think critically and solve problems. Here we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student as we embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, Gold Star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving gold star quality. Go Cats!
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Welcome back into Acuff, Texas, here at Roosevelt High School as we start the bottom of inning number 5. I'm Cody West. The Wildcats lead this game by a score of 5-4. Roosevelt coming back to the plate. It will be the 2, 3, and 4 batters in the order to face Gabriel Mata, the Wildcats pitcher, who has thrown 75 pitches so far in the game today. This is Ryan Bradshaw coming to the plate. Attempts a bunt and fouls it back for strike 1. He'll be followed by Cameron Vasquez and Everett Rodriguez in the batting order. Bradshaw is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout today. Next pitch is outside for ball 1. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to the batter, Bradshaw. Mata with the next pitch. In there for a called strike 2. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Mata out of the windup. Next pitch. Low and away. Ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here, Ryan Bradshaw. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Foul over the backstop and out of play. Count remains 2-2. Gabriel Mata on the mound. Jaden Kirkland behind the plate. The starting 9 are all in the field. C.J. Weaver at first. Dawson Adkins playing second. Kaiser Billingsley the shortstop, and Blayton Solis at third. That pitch is high and inside for ball 3, and now it's a full count. We have Kaysen Villarreal out in left, Anastasio Ayala in center, and Tate Clark out in right field. 3-2. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch, and that'll be a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Count remains full at 3-2. So Bradshaw steps back in. Mata with a payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into shallow right field. Gets down for a base hit. Out in front of the right fielder, Tate Clark. And that's a leadoff single for Roosevelt. And the Eagles have the tying run on first base with no outs. Cameron Vasquez comes to the plate now for Roosevelt. Vasquez is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. His last at bat, he hit one deep into the gap in left center field. So here we go. Vasquez steps up to the plate. Mata with a pickoff throw to first. It's not in time. Wildcats led this game 5-0 at one point. Now it's 5-4. Another pickoff throw to first. Not in time. Mata gets a call from his catcher, Kirkland. Pitching out of the stretch. First pitch here is high. Catcher throws down. Kirkland guns him down. Bradshaw out at second base. A heck of a throw from Jaden Kirkland. Ryan Bradshaw gets caught stealing. Kaiser Billingsley there with a tag, and that was a big-time throw from the Wildcats catcher, Jaden Kirkland. One away now with nobody on. Back of the plate, it's 1-0. That pitch is going to be popped up in the infield, coming down to Dawson Adkins near the bag at second base, and that'll be out number 2. Good defense so far by the Wildcats, and it's 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. Everett Rodriguez comes to the plate now for the Eagles. Rodriguez is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single today. First pitch here. Low and outside, ball 1. 1-0. Next pitch. Fastball down the middle, but low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Wind up in the next pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs and nobody on for Roosevelt. Here's Gabe out of the windup. The 3-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Everett Rodriguez. And here comes Jaden Zuniga. Runner on first with 2 outs.
Coming for the Eagles, number 10, Jaden Zuniga.
So Zuniga steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out, then reached on an error. First pitch here is going to be a ground ball up the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit out into center field. And that puts runners at first and second base now for Roosevelt. They have the tying run on second base, the go-ahead run on first. With 2 outs, Gavin Gonzalez comes to the plate. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 with a ground out and was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a fly ball down the right field line. It gets in for a base hit down the line. They're sending Rodriguez from third, and he'll score. And we have a tie ball game. 5-5 is our score with an RBI single down the right field line by Gavin Gonzalez. And now Roosevelt has the go-ahead run on third. They have runners on the corners with 2 outs here. Uriel Rivero comes to the plate. Rivero steps up for the 3rd time today. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. 2 outs, runners on the corners here. Here's Mata out of the stretch. Pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Curveball outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Here's Mata with a 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss at strike 1. Now it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Eagles. And a 5-5 ball game. Here's a 2-1 pitch. High and outside, ball 3. Now 3-1. And now Kirkland is going to go out and have a talk with his pitcher. Jaden Kirkland jogs out to the pitcher's mound. Gabriel Mata, who's thrown a good game so far in tonight's game. Needs some strikes here. 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball back to the backstop. That's good for a strike, and now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and runners on the corners for the Eagles. Uriel Rivero at the plate for Roosevelt. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Mata dives, throws from his bottom, gets it to first base, and it's in time. The seated throw. Gabriel Mata was sitting flat on his butt, throws it to C.J. Weaver at first to get out number 3. A heck of a play by the Wildcats pitcher, but Roosevelt brings one across, and we played 5 complete, and we're tied at 5. We'll be back.
What do dirty boots have to do with banking? Nothing unless you're one of our ag lenders. Just like farming and ranching, agribusiness requires hard work, and most banks aren't willing to get their hands or their boots dirty. Since 1907, we've been working closely with producers to keep their operations successful. Whether it's an operational loan, or a loan for land or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
I'm Scott Wiley. We'll try hard to earn your business, but even harder to keep it. That's it. That's all.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network, as the Wildcats and the Roosevelt Eagles are tied at 5, moving into the top of the 6th inning. It will be the top of the order coming up for the Wildcats. Gabriel Mata coming to the plate. He'll be followed in the order by Anastasio Ayala and Kaysen Villarreal. So Gabe Mata will start the 4th rotation through the order for the Wildcats. Littlefield needs some offensive production. We scored 4 runs in the first inning and 1 run in the 3rd. First pitch here is low in the dirt, ball 1. Caleb Daniel remains on the mound for Roosevelt. Here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Anastasio Ayala on deck, Caleb Villarreal in the hole. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a ground ball foul on the third base side. Count goes 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike to the batter, Gabriel Mata. Next pitch. Swing and a ground ball chopper out to the shortstop, fielded. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. Close play, but a good play by the Roosevelt shortstop, Ryan Bradshaw. Mata was hustling down the line. It's 1 away with nobody on. Here comes Anastasio Ayala. Ayala is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout today. First pitch to Ayala will be fouled off down the right field line for strike 1. 0-1 to the batter. Ayala, the Wildcat center fielder. takes the next pitch low and inside for ball 1, and the count evens at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Next pitch, swing and a miss at strike 2. He went chasing one low, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5-5 here in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2. Here's Daniel with the 2-2 pitch. High, ball 3, and now Ayala has a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Looking to do something good with 1 out, nobody on. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Ayala draws the walk. And that'll put a runner on first. That's the go-ahead run for the Wildcats here in a tie ball game. And Kaysen Villarreal comes to the plate. And Kaysen is 3 for 3 with 3 singles today. Batting in the 3rd spot. He'll come up for the 4th time today. First pitch to Villarreal is going to be hit out into the gap in right center field. It gets down for a base hit. Ayala's rounding second, headed to third, and he'll slide in, out. They get him out. The throw from the center fielder to third base. Ayala gets thrown out at third base for out number 2. But Kaysen Villarreal is now 4 for 4. It was an 8-5 putout as Anastasio Ayala tried to take third base, and the center fielder, Everett Rodriguez, fires it to third base. Ayala gets thrown out, but on the throw to third, Villarreal goes to second. And that brings Jaden Kirkland to the plate. First pitch to Kirkland is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 2 outs with a runner on second base now. Kaysen Villarreal at second base. Jaden Kirkland is 0 for 3 today. He's bunted out twice and had a fly out once. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at strike 2. Now the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second base for the Wildcats here in the top of the 6th. Kirkland steps back into the box. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. Caleb Daniel is now at 110 pitches in this baseball game. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a fly ball hit out into left field. Left fielder's going back, and he will make the catch for out number 3. That one had a good chance, but a good play by the Roosevelt left fielder to make the catch and retire the side as the Wildcats put one on but can't bring any across. And we are headed to the bottom of inning number 6 with your score tied at 5. We'll be back.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hit a home run and open a free checking account at First Federal Bank, Lamb County's hometown bank. No monthly maintenance fees, free bank statements, free checking account servicing, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile deposit, and free smiles when you bank at First Federal Bank in Littlefield. Remember to choose the Wildcat debit card, and by doing so, First Federal Bank will contribute a small donation to LISD. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back in to Acuff, Texas at Roosevelt High School. I'm Cody West, where the Wildcats and the Roosevelt Eagles are tied. Moving into the bottom of inning number 6, we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Wildcats. This will be Anastasio Ayala. Ayala comes on to pitch in relief of Gabe Mata. Anastasio was the center fielder. He comes on to pitch. Gabe Mata goes from pitcher to shortstop, and Kaiser Billingsley will go from shortstop to center field. All the other 6 starters are still in position for the Wildcats. So here's Noah Garcia, the first batter up for Roosevelt. The first pitch here is fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. Littlefield scored 4 runs in the first inning and 1 run in the third inning. And we led the game 5-0 going into the bottom of the 4th when Roosevelt scored 4 runs, and then they scored 1 run in the bottom of the 5th, and that tied the game at 5. That pitch is low and away for ball 1. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Noah Garcia. Next pitch fouled back to the backstop, strike 2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. Noah Garcia is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Swings at that pitch for strike 3, and Ayala comes on and strikes out the first batter that he faces, and it's 1 out, nobody on. Darren Fay comes to the plate. Darren Fay is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts today. Batting in the number 9 spot, he's the DH. First pitch to Fay is in there for a called strike 1. Fastball. Ayala had a little zip on that one. 0-1. And Ayala is going to ask for a different ball here. So it's 0-1 with 1 out, nobody on for Roosevelt here in the bottom of inning number 6. Remember, we're scheduled to play 7, but it could go extra innings if it remains tied. Here's the 0-1, just outside. Kirkland tried to frame it for the umpire, but didn't get the call. It's now 1-1. Wind up in the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike on a fastball down the middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1-2. Here's the next pitch. Low and away, ball 2. Count evens now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Pitch. Swing and a foul tip. As he fouls it straight down in the dirt. Count remains 2-2. This game was scheduled to be on Saturday, we mentioned earlier, but it was moved to Thursday because of rain in the forecast on Saturday. So there will not be a game this weekend for the Wildcats. Our next game will be on Tuesday of next week at Friona. So here we go, the 2-2 pitch. Nope. We'll have a timeout. Now the umpire says we're ready. 2-2. Swing and a line drive foul down the right field line. And the count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out, nobody on. Here's Ayala with the next pitch. That's low and away. Ball 3. Now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind up in the payoff pitch. Swing and another foul ball. A long at bat here. 8 pitches so far in this at bat. This will be the 9th pitch of the at bat. Ayala, low, ball 4. So that will be a 1-out walk for Fay of Roosevelt. And he represents the go-ahead run for the Eagles. Keep in mind, if Roosevelt scores here in the bottom of the 6th, then Littlefield will be down to their last 3 outs. We have to keep them from coming across the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. So we go back to the top of the order now. This is Caleb Daniel. Ayala with a pickoff throw to first, not in time. Weaver there for the Wildcats. 1 away, runner on first. Here's the pitch to Daniel, and that comes in for a strike. Throw down to first base, and they got him. Jaden Kirkland with another out from behind home plate. He guns him down at first base. And that's 2 base runners now in this game that Jaden Kirkland has gunned down on the bases. And that's 2 outs now with nobody on. That was huge. That pitch is outside for ball 1. It's now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Man, that missed. I don't know where, but it's ball 2. That looked like a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now, 2-1. Next pitch, swing and a pop-up. Foul territory down the third base line. It's out of play. Count goes 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Next pitch. Low, ball 3. So it's a full count. Here's Ayala with a pitch. Misses low for ball 4, so Roosevelt has another runner here with 2 outs now. And Ryan Bradshaw will come to the plate. Bradshaw is 2 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a single in that order. So now Roosevelt has the go-ahead run on first base in a 5-5 game in the bottom of the 6th. This game will go down to the wire. First pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0 to Bradshaw. Anastasio Ayala on the mound, pitching in relief of Gabe Mata. The next pitch That's low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Here's Ayala out of the stretch. Pitch. Low, ball 3. Ball gets past the catcher. And that allows Caleb Daniel to go to second base on the passed ball. So now Roosevelt has the go-ahead run in scoring position. Runner on second base with 2 outs, back of the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. That pitch is in there for a strike, and now it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Runner on second. That pitch is going to be hit out into right field, and Roosevelt will take the lead. Their first lead of the game on a base hit, a little blooper out into shallow right field. And the Eagles lead this game for the first time tonight. It is 6-5 Roosevelt. 2 outs with a runner on first. And here comes Cameron Vasquez to the plate.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 2.
Vasquez is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a double, and a flyout. Here's the first pitch to Vasquez. Nope, he'll call time. Wildcats have Anastasio Ayala on the mound, Jaden Kirkland behind the plate, C.J. Weaver at first, Dawson Adkins at second, Gabriel Mata at shortstop, and Blayton Solis at third as Ayala fires that one in there for a called strike 1. Kason Villarreal out in left, Kaiser Billingsley in center field, and Tate Clark in right. The 0-1 is low, and the runner will take second base. On a stolen base. That puts a runner on second with 2 outs. Back of the plate, it is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. Pitch. Curveball comes in for a called strike 2, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Ayala is 1 strike away from getting out of the 6th inning. Pitch, swing and a fly ball hit out into left field. Villarreal gets under it and will make the catch. And that is out number 3 to retire the side. But Roosevelt brings across the go-ahead run. And Littlefield, we are down to our final 3 outs. We've got to have at least 1 run in the top of the 7th. We'll be back with more Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit DurableBuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center with affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts. Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit energyfitnesslfd.com for more information.
needing a tow can ruin your day. Whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck, if you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
It's not about the halls you walked through. It's not about the walls that surrounded you. What lasts is the growth, the connection, memories, and traditions that shape who you become. Here we aren't just building facilities, we're building futures, where modern tools meet timeless values, resilience, integrity, and community. Because what matters most isn't what's new, it's what endures.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. It's do or die for the Wildcats here, trailing by a score of 5-6. We need at least one run here in the top of the seventh. It'll be Dawson Adkins coming to the plate to face a new pitcher. This is Everett Rodriguez. First pitch is going to be popped up foul over the backstop and out of play. Rodriguez was the center fielder. He comes on to pitch in relief of Caleb Daniel. Daniel goes to center field, so they just traded positions. Rodriguez, a right-hander compared to the left-hander we faced the entire game. Curveball comes in for a called strike 2, and now it's 0-2. Wildcats trail 6-5 here as Adkins is going to go down and have a word with Coach Hartley on the third baseline. Wildcats came out hot, scored 4 runs in the first inning, 1 run in the third, and it was 5-0 at that point. And it stayed 5-0 till the bottom of the fourth when Roosevelt got 4 runs across. They then scored 1 run in the fifth to tie the game, and then 1 run in the sixth to go ahead. And Adkins is going to foul this one out of play. Foul ball, that will be strike 2. It'll be Adkins followed by Billingsley and Clark in the batting order here. Here's the 0-2. High and outside, good eye there from Adkins, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time for some Wildcat magic. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss at strike 3 as Adkins goes down swinging for out number 1. First time these two teams played back in Littlefield, Roosevelt won the game by a score of 5-3. That was a close one. This one a little closer. Kaiser Billingsley comes to the plate now. 1 away, nobody on. First pitch, low and in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 to Billingsley. Kaiser is 0 for 2 with a bunt, out, a walk, and then a strikeout. The 1-0 holds up on a strike, and that'll be 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kaiser. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Wind up in the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball to the backstop, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here, nobody on. Wildcats have to score in this top half. And that pitch comes right down the middle for a called strike 3 as Billingsley goes down looking for out number 2. The Wildcats are down to our last out. Game sits on the shoulders of Tate Clark, the Wildcats' right fielder. Clark has to get on base here. Tate is 2 for 3 at the plate with a couple of singles and a bunt. He bunted out in his second at-bat to move a runner over. First pitch to Clark. Wild pitch. That's ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Clark steps back up to the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Clips the outside corner for a called strike one. Now it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on for Littlefield here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Should Tate get on base with 2 outs, Blayton Solis would be the next batter. That pitch is outside, ball 3. Now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So the Wildcats have some life. The tying run is on first base with 2 outs, and Blayton Solis coming to the plate. Solis is 1 for 2 today. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He bunted safely in his second at-bat. And then his third at-bat, he struck out. Solis now looking to bring around Tate Clark. First pitch here is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Solis, the Wildcats' third baseman. Here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's low, ball 3. Should Blayton get on base here, Carlos Almonte would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. 3-0. Be patient. Pitch. Low and away, ball 4. So that puts the tying run on second base and the go-ahead run on first base with 2 outs, and we'll see a visit to the pitcher's mound for Roosevelt. Carlos Almonte comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. He did reach on an error. Carlos Almonte hasn't been able to hit consistently in this game in the DH spot, hitting for C.J. Weaver. That error that he reached on was a bunt that wasn't fielded, or maybe it was an errant throw. In any case, Almonte comes up here with 2 outs and runners at first and second. A base hit would probably tie the game. So Carlos Almonte, the number 9 batter in the order for the Wildcats, steps into the box. First pitch. Comes in and hits him, and the bases are loaded. Almonte gets hit by a pitch, and the Wildcats have the bases loaded with 2 outs, and we go back to the top of the order. Gabriel Mata comes to the plate now. And Gabe is due for a hit. He is 0 for 4 today. He reached on an error in his first at-bat, but then he had a ground out, strikeout, and a ground out in that order. Both ground outs were to the shortstop. And he's due for a base hit here. Littlefield has a tying run on third, the go-ahead run at second base. A base hit could score 2. The sacks are jammed with 2 outs here. First pitch in there for a called strike 1. 0-1. Wind up in the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball over the backstop and out of play, and the Wildcats are down to their last strike. Mata has to be smart here. He's down 0-2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Way high and inside for ball 1. That was one that you could probably wear, but it would have hit him in the helmet. So here's the 1-2. In there for a called strike 3 as Gabe Mata goes down looking for strike 3, out number 3, and the Wildcats are going to go down in defeat here tonight. Man. The Wildcats fall 6-5 to the Roosevelt Eagles on the road. Wildcats led the game 5-0 at one point. Roosevelt scores 6 unanswered runs to win 6-5. Let's take a break, and we'll be back to wrap this one up in 30 seconds.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, Gold Star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving Gold Star quality. Go Cats!
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. The Wildcats go down in defeat tonight by a final score of 6-5. That drops the Wildcats to a district record of 4 wins and 6 losses here in district play. Still on the outside looking in of the playoff picture. Remember, the top 4 teams go to the playoffs. The Wildcats needed a win here tonight over Roosevelt, but couldn't get it. Wildcats scored 4 runs in the first inning and 1 run in the third inning. We scored 5 runs on 7 hits, committed 1 error, and we left 11 runners stranded on base tonight. Roosevelt didn't score until the 4th inning. They brought 4 runs across. They scored 1 run in the 5th, 1 run in the 6th. They scored 6 runs on 8 hits, committed 4 errors tonight, and left 6 runners stranded on base. Taking a look at the individual statistics for the Wildcats tonight, pitching-wise, Gabriel Mata started the game. He pitched 5 complete innings. He faced a total of 25 batters. It wasn't a bad night for Gabe. He threw 97 total pitches. He gave up 5 runs. 3 of those were earned for an ERA of 4.2. He had 6 strikeouts, gave up 7 hits, and walked 3 batters. Anastasio Ayala comes on in relief. He pitches 1 inning. He faced 5 batters through a total of 28 pitches. He allowed 1 run to come across. It was earned. Ayala had 1 strikeout, gave up 1 hit, and walked 2 batters. Hitting-wise for the Wildcats, Gabriel Mata was 0 for 5 at the plate, did reach on an error and scored a run. Anastasio Ayala was 0 for 1 at the plate with 3 walks and a run scored. Kaysen Villarreal was the bright spot in the order for the Wildcats. He went 4 for 4 with 4 singles, a run batted in, and a run scored. He was thrown out at home earlier in the game in what could have been an important run for the Wildcats in a 1-run game. Jaden Kirkland goes 0 for 4 at the plate. Dawson Adkins was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Kaiser Billingsley was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Tate Clark went 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 singles, a run batted in, and a walk. Leighton Solis was 1 for 2 tonight at the plate with a walk. Carlos Almanci went 0 for 3 for the Wildcats, hitting-wise, for Littlefield. So the Wildcats fall tonight to Roosevelt, 6-5 your final score. Next action for the Wildcats will be at Friona on Tuesday. 7 o'clock first pitch, Tuesday of next week. That's the 14th. We will be there with a broadcast here on the Littlefield Sports Network live from Friona. If you can't make the trip to cheer on the Cats, and we'll have it right here on YouTube for you, and also with a live audio at littlefieldsports.com. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Your final score, 6-5 Roosevelt. We'll see you next week when the Wildcats head to Friona.
This Littlefield High School baseball broadcast on the Littlefield Sports Network has been brought to you by the following Wildcats and Lady Cats supporters: the Littlefield Independent School District, First United Bank of Littlefield, Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, Hillcrest Funeral Home, Wiley Implement and Spray Center. Also by Durable Builds, the Lance Insurance Agency, Brown Flying Service, Always Towing, Energy Fitness, and First Federal Bank, Littlefield. This is West 11 Sports Media, your home for Littlefield High School sports.